You're right, all. So when I was in Great Yarmouth on Saturday, I was in a hotel and I was flicking through the channels. I just had a shower, just having a good half hour to chill out before I was kept awake by people coming in off a drink, mouthing off. But that's a different story. Um, but I come across Mock the Week, and I used to love that program when Frankie Boyle was there. I know his humour was horrendous, some of the things he joked about, but he was funny. And it was great back in the days of like sort of 2009, 10, I think they were broadcast. But what an absolute fall that program is. Yeah, again, it's just yet another liberal program that's got no individuality. No one's risky. They've got all the diversity quotas ticked. You've got a Muslim, you've got a black guy, a gay person, a woman with like short, weird, tomboyish hair. And I'm just going to draw a couple of tensions because it also reminded me of a time that we lived through that was absolute insanity. So I'll just play this bit here. Just for the record, I've got no audience there.
Our panelists are all sitting with perspex dividers between them because of COVID, and while previously we had a small audience, about 80 or 90 in the room, they can't attend anymore, so now our audience is entirely on Zoom. Big hello to our Zoom audience, good to have you here.
Look at that.
Yes, we are one more set of regulations away from being a podcast.
Madness.
Picture of the week. I show the panel a topical
Yeah, Dara O'Brien as well. Bloody hell. Someone concerned about their health. Doesn't look like he's been to a gym in the last decade. Same as that Andrew Neil. He was the same, slagging off people who didn't take the procedure, going on about irresponsible. And I tell you what, mate, I go to the gym nearly every day. You can easily chuck me in a boxing ring and I can do 10 2-minute rounds easily. That's not bragging, it's because I've done it recently. I look after myself. If I think I'm getting a bit of a spare tyre, I'll get down the gym, sort myself out. I've been doing training since I was 9 years old, so what's that, 26 years now. And I've got some big, fat, greasy person like Andrew Neil or Dara O'Brien going on about COVID, and I've said the naughty word answer. I'm going to try and get to another clip now. Just before I go any further, I remember when I was watching the programme, it's really winding me up because I think something had happened at Tesco back in 2021, and people who didn't take the procedure were basically going to boycott. I think it was probably because Tesco was going to come up with something where if you hadn't took the procedure, then you couldn't go in. Something like that, maybe. But the panellists, the inverted commas comedians, were saying, oh, well, we're really good because basically it'll be safe to go in Tesco because those who haven't taken the procedure won't go in. Well, are we looking at that 2 years later with all these ambulances on the road and all these excess passing away? Are we looking now? Also everything we know now, and also the fact that we might be going into another scenario pretty soon, lockdowns, face nappies, and all these liberal see you next Tuesdays that are on TV. Your time will come, don't worry. Maybe you've taken the procedure, but you've dragged other people down with you. Anyway, it wound me up, and I was trying to look for that clip, but I couldn't find it. But I come across this, and it proves my point. And also, the next point I'm going to show you just how biased the BBC is. So they're talking about Brexit. They've got some. I think he's gay. So again, box ticking, going on about how Trump and all that. So here we go.
This is definitely the brain trust who should be trusted with this.
I have to tell you, I've been coming on the show since Brexit was voted for, and this is the week when we change American president and we get a vaccine for coronavirus. I'm not going to talk about Brexit. I'm done.
So there you go. You can tell which way he's politically leaning. And I'm also breaking this video up because I've had copyright issues. The next point I want to show you is that when I go to the clapping seals on the computer, the Zoom audience, they're all obviously on board with the same politics. I'll show you now.
I've said everything that I wanted to say about it.
There you go. So you've got all the clapping seals at home.
That's the will of the people.
The will of the people. There you go. So again, it just shows the BBC audience, that the sort of handpick. Do you have the right political opinions? The panellists are all, the same opinions. There's not one person who's even like challenging any of them. But yeah, so main points: political bias, and have you got any apologies for what you did 2 years ago, forcing that procedure on people and mocking them for not doing it and thinking for themselves? That's it. Cheers.